Friends and fellow travelers, welcome back to the Journey Well as we continue on with our Friendship and Community Tarot Challenge. This is day 8, which is asking us, what things do you love to talk about? And building on from our significance, this is a question of, yeah, you have significance. You feel powerful in this area. You feel security in this area. Now, how do you marry that with what you love to talk about? Because when we love to talk about something, we have something that we can talk about with others. And bringing that part of ourselves and finding ways that we can bring that into conversation in a way that's not domineering the conversation, but also bringing our worldview, our system into understanding in whatever context we're in. You can look at the conversation of something you're not interested in, but filter it through whatever you love to talk about. I've done that in many ways with people where we're talking about something, and to let myself get curious to be part of the conversation, I've had to filter it through a conversation related to something that I love and that I enjoy. So if someone's talking about, the electrical grid, that I don't necessarily have a deep passion for, I try and think about from a psychological perspective of polarity, of people believing all into electric grids and people believing that is the worst thing in the world to do solar power or whatever. And then I think about the psychology behind that, and that makes it interesting for me because now I'm thinking about human behavior rather than a political issue. So that's not necessarily what my card pull is going to be, but that's what I feel. And I wanted to put that out there as you go and pull your card. Sometimes when I think about these, I always think of, is there a tarot card where I can just say, hey, I love talking about tarot. I guess the closest would be maybe the High Priestess or the Moon. I'll go with those two. The Four of Swords. This makes me feel like this internal conversation that happens, this removal of self into restorative isolation and meditation and contemplation is what I love to talk about. I love to talk about this concept. This whole challenge that I'm doing is that card, is the practice of going and asking yourself questions to figure out and navigate where I need to go, where you need to go. Because controlling all of the things outside of ourselves is not going to net us the result in a way that it will net if we go inside of ourselves. If we retreat and we meditate and we contemplate and we transform the story we tell ourselves inside of our own heads. So that's what I love to talk about. I love to talk about that with others. I love to talk about it with myself because I believe to empower ourselves, we have to go inside ourselves. We can't go outside of ourselves and control the world around us to make ourselves feel comfortable. It's just not going to happen. It's not realistic, and it's not what we're supposed to do. And I love to help people understand that. I love to empower people to take their voice and apply it to themselves, using filtration of understanding what's happened outside of myself and what triggers have come up in me. But those triggers are for me to think and sift through and decide if whatever triggered them is something I have to transform in my life or I have to remove from my life. But it's a self-empowered conversation, and I love having that conversation. I love talking about it, and it doesn't happen often in public. But here I get to do it every single day, and that's part of the reason I've created this channel. Part of the reason I created Tarot Talks is because I need that in my life because I love to talk about it, and I don't have a lot of people in my life that do. So as an encouragement to you, if you don't have that, find a community that you can build on your own. Find people that you can talk about it with and be grateful for those people because they're giving you an outlet of something that you need to express. I will keep doing it because not that I needed that card to remind me or to reinforce it, but it did. And it makes me feel like a universal parent is saying, you're doing the right thing, man. Keep doing it. And those always make me feel good. So hopefully you get something that resonates equally as deep, because learning how to express or filter what you love into conversation is going to make you feel more connected and involved in that conversation. So please subscribe to the channel so we can have more conversation between us and talk tarot and talk these challenges and talk life and connect with people who love the same thing that you do or can help you understand and gain clarity on a thing that you're interested in. All skill ranges are welcome. So until next time, journey well, my friends.